I could not remember how to get into StreamYard, which sounds ridiculous. Anyway, I've got my cup of coffee. And as it's December, I'm not having a fruit club. I'm having a little mince pie. So I'm just going to do this and see if anyone drops in. If they don't, I'm going to crack on anyway. What's the betting I get crummage all over myself? Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh man, that's good. Excuse me while I just finish this. Okay, so I'm just finishing off the clothes, which had a big bag of clothes. And oh, hi Chris. I think I just pressed a button, and it is a mince pie, Kath. It is a mince pie. I normally have a fruit club, but mince pie today. Do let me know if the sound's okay. I get this weird thing in my earphones, like a weird kind of mechanical noise. It's only very quiet, but I never know whether it comes out on the stream or not. Anyway, yeah, List 5 live. Oops. Mince pies for breakfast. Well, I had crumpets for breakfast. This is kind of like second breakfast. I'm up at 6 at the moment. Well, yeah, up about 6 because Mondays is a bit crazy for us. I'm walking my eldest boy. He's 11, but he's in his first year of secondary school, and he gets the bus now. Yeah, it's a little bit early, but you know, it's Christmas. Anyway, so I'm walking him to the bus stop because it's dark when he leaves. And on Mondays, I have to take my twins to school as well because Liz works. She works Monday, Tuesday, Friday morning, but Monday morning she has to be at her place a bit early. So there we go. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Thanks for letting me know. So, morning, everyone. I have noticed that I tend to sometimes forget to say hello to people. Well, I say hello to some people. So I'm going to go through. So, morning, Crispy. Morning, Kath. Morning, Flipping Fantastic Finds. Georgina, John, and Ashley. So I almost didn't do this for a couple of reasons. I've been banging on for the last couple of days about how I must go sourcing. And I do need to go sourcing. Hello, Shelster, how you doing? I know, it's just like mince pies. It will be at least one a day, probably a maximum of about 4. And I love those mini mince pies as well. Pop them in one. So yeah, I've been banging on about listing. Not listing. I've been banging on about sourcing because I have been doing like my last bag of dregs, and I'm doing dregs today, so you'll see some of my dregs. I've been going on about I need to do sourcing, and I was going to go sourcing today. I did a video. I do 10 minutes videos every day, and when I did my video yesterday, which was in the afternoon, I think I'd had about £16 worth of sales. And the previous 2 days had been about 20 quid, not very much, 20, 30 quid. And I was thinking to myself, I haven't got much to pack, maybe about 3 things, really easy. And then bam, it just absolutely went nuts. And I'll quickly go through. I'll do a video on this because it's quite difficult thinking of what to do for videos. I did one the other day, which was like listing, just a listing day. And unsurprisingly, I got a thumbs down for it, which was, fair enough, I guess, because it was. But this is the channel is just trying to keep a bit of reality on what I'm doing. So sometimes it's really boring. Yeah, I ended up with. So, hang on, let me get my eBay. I can't share my eBay, or I don't think I can, or I haven't worked out to do it on StreamYard. So I'd had 2 days of 28, 45, and by the time when I was doing my video yesterday, I'd done about 20 quid. Ended up £308 on eBay, and 80 quid on Amazon. Unheard of. Crazy. Yeah, co-op. Yeah, we used to have a co-op near us, and they used to do minis, and we used to be like right on it as soon as they came out, because they used to be the first thing to go with the mini ones. So we'd be like, get the whole lot, shove them in the cupboard. So yeah, what I did yesterday, I kind of woke up and I thought to myself, it's Sunday, people are going to be buying, and I went through. Firstly, I went through my Amazon store, and I made sure. Like I said, I've only got about 50 things on there, not a lot of things, but I made sure everything was like lowest price, because there's not long left to go. So that was maybe knocking a couple of quid off things. There were a couple of things which were just like ridiculously low, which I kept, because it would mean putting them down to about 6 quid. And then I went into my eBay, and at the start of the month I'd set up sales and everything, but I had about 70 things which were available to go as best offer, send offers, send offers to watchers. So I did that. Normally I'd kind of do 10, 20%, but I was a little bit more generous, and looks like it paid off. Anyway, let me crack on. I've not got my phone with me, which I should have, because I need to upload some photos, but let's just crack on. So the first thing I'm going to do, some of this is okay, some of this is kind of like, why did I buy that? Anyway, this is a dress. It's a fat face dress, size 10. I don't tend to pick up fat face as much as I used to. When I was first doing this, I was like, ooh, fat face. But I think I was on Insta, and someone said to me, fat face doesn't sell that well. Yeah, Gordon Bennett indeed. Yeah, because it had really been tailing off, and I was thinking, oh, here we go. It's like second half of December, tail off, and then bam. So that's the other reason I'm not going sourcing, is because I've got a shed load of stuff to pack, which it doesn't have to go out till Wednesday, but I've got like a DVD video. I've got a big car thing. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Kath. Hope the dogs have a good walk. Right, okay. I'm going to put the link in as well. I don't know if anyone will want to join, if I can work out how to do it, which I probably can't. And if I put this in, then I may well completely ignore it, but because I never remember to look in the right place. Okay, fat face dress with kind of belt thing, which I assume ties at the back or the front. Yeah, I've only got one screen as well, so I'm looking at eBay quite a lot. I've got 2 offers as well. Okay, so let's have a look at this fat face size 10 dress. And I'm pricing some of this stuff to get rid, basically, because like I say, it has been in a bag for God knows how long. Okay, solds. I always hope to find something exactly the same, but of course I never do. All right, let's try solds by it now. While I'm doing this, I can't see the chat, but I will dip back in. Okay, ladies fat vest tunic dress. What the hell's the tunic dress? It looks like it's 10, 11 quid. I've got these. It's weird when you view. I always have list view, but sometimes it automatically changes. I don't know why that is. Yeah, £10 it looks like. Be happy with that. £10 plus postage. Let's go for that. And I have got the photos for these, but they're on my phone, which is in the other room. So I'm just going to draft this up without the photos. Maybe I'll go back and add the photos a bit later. So, ladies' fat face. Right, tunic dress. Is it a tunic dress? Can anyone tell me whether that's a tunic dress? Looks kind of tunicky to me. It goes down like that. It's got a bit like that, and it's got a little kind of belt that wraps around, which I don't know whether it's at the back or the front or both. It probably wraps all the way around and then goes around the back. But let's go for tunic dress. Hi, Tap Peddler. Derek. I'm getting to know these names with actual tags or whatever you call them. Right, yeah, I'm just trying to list 5 things this morning, try and get going. And it's all clothing, which I don't like doing. Right, ladies, fat face, navy blue floral print tunic dress, size 10. What else do you say about that? Short sleeve, sleeveless, short sleeve. Yeah, I always try and fill all of the title characters. So I've got 9 characters left now. Plus belt. I can't put with belt, can't fit it in. So plus belt, size 10. I've got 2 characters left. I won't worry about that. Okay. So copy that. Custom label. Now I have managed. I've actually doing all this dross in the bag. Hello, Stephanie. How you doing? Hello, Eric. How you doing? Good to see you back. Yeah, just listing 5. Just Monday morning, usual. Try and get some stuff on eBay. Why not? And I've been the last sort of week. I've been focusing on a bag of clothes, which has just been sitting there, and some of it is real rubbish, but I'm going to stick it on anyway. And in doing that, I've got in a bit of a groove the last few days. Put belted. Shell, you need to do me a fact file on keywords. You could probably sell it actually. Just do some PDF and sell it. And tips like put belted rather than belt. Okay, belted. Buckle. What they say? Belted. Sounds like a seatbelt. What was I talking about? I got in the groove. You know how sometimes you get in the groove of listing. So I totally wasn't in the groove at the start of the week. And I was just like, this is why I quite like 5. Because even when you're not in the groove, you're just like, oh, I could just about do 5 and it's done. But when you're in the groove, you do 5 and then you do another 5 and do another 5. And I've actually got, and I've said this on one of my videos, that if I had the chance to do 30 listings, I wouldn't do 30 in one day. I'd do 5 for 6 days and schedule them or maybe set up drafts. And that's what I've done. I've got the next couple of days, and maybe the next 3 days, I've each got 5 in. So I'll still carry on doing my 5 minimum, but it's building on my little building blocks that I've done, which is quite nice. And eventually, I've said this, sorry if I'm repeating myself, when I fill up all my schedules and all my drafts, and they're all full of my little bundles of 5, then I'll come back to the current day and go, okay, let's maybe have 10 and then start that process again. But yeah, it's quite a nice feeling having. I used to do it with just one listing. I used to go like one, I used to go on about peas in pots. It's like putting little peas in pots, and it's for some reason it seemed to make the listing easier because it was just small numbers every. It's silly because it's the same amount, but there you go. Right, so yeah, I'm terrible when I get on this because I just talk. I just thought, yeah, what I'll do is I'll get on and crack on and ignore everyone and just do all this listing. But at least I'm here doing it. So the custom label, I'm going to I'm going to schedule these for the 12th. I'll have to have a look at where I am, but I know I'm not up to the 12th. Excellent condition. Right, these item specifics may apply to your listing. Brand, ladies, no. Sleeve length, short sleeve. Style, mini, I don't know. Pattern, floral. Features, belted. Look at that, Shell knows her stuff. eBay say belted on the item specifics. Dress length. Oh Lord, I don't know. I'd have to put it on to know that. Probably go for knee length. Could be calf. I don't know. Cap sleeve, I think. Capish. Short anyway. Yeah, it's cap. Closure. No closure. Just tie. Well, I'm not going to put tie for belt. I'll just leave that blank. Vintage, no. Fabric type. Oh dear, oh dear, they do ask so many questions. It's got to be cotton, isn't it? Viscose. Fabric type jersey. Why is it asking me that? Okay, let's put in viscose. Belted. Features belted. Oh, it's already in there. Right, I need to measure this in a minute. This is going to be fun because there's all stuff all over my desk. I should do it on a clear table, but no chance of that. Look, I've got a lovely. I'm just getting another listing. I've got this really nice Laura Ashley vintage long black formal dress. It's down to £32 at the moment, and it's been on like for ages. Size 14. Got a couple of Laura Ashley things that just they're not doing it for me. Okay. Measurements. Armpit to armpit. Might have a look at that Laura Ashley listing because I've just noticed the measurements are in inches. Sorry, they're in centimeters, and I do all my stuff in inches now. Okay, this viscose material is really kind of like a bit difficult to measure. It's about 17.5 inches. I will be back in the chat in a minute if anyone's still there. Front of neck to hem. Get rid of this wire. It's about 26.5 inches. Right, waist measurement. Oh my god. Okay, no, I can do that. I have to double this, so it's about 28-inch waist. I'm thinking maybe I should put relaxed kind of, but I'm not going to. I think it's obvious because it's viscose. I'm going to go for $10.99 because I know they will go on a 10% and a 20% sale. So, and again, like I say, I just kind of want to get rid of it. Okay, that is the first one. It's drafted. I need to put the photos in, but they're in the other room. So we'll save that as a draft. Peter Ray. I don't know. I have the StreamYard banner up. Oh, right. Well, how'd you get rid of that then, Pete? Let's see if we can add Shelster first. Hi, Phil.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah, not bad. What are you doing? Hello.
I take it you put that link in because you didn't mind people joining.
Oh, I don't mind people joining. Now,
Oh, yeah.
Pete's just told me I've got this StreamYard banner, which is this live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. I don't know how you get rid of it.
Like viewer comments.
So
Oh,
this,
live.
like here.
Click on a comment. Oh, yeah. Click on a comment show on screen. Oh, you just click on it and click off, do you? Because I've not done that before.
I don't know how you get rid of it.
Oh, yeah. No, that. Oh, I don't know how you get rid of it. No.
I could click
Maybe if you click on someone's.
There
you go.
And then get rid of it.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's leave that there. Don't think Pete knows she's put the StreamYard banner up. Cheers, Pete. I did not know that. You're quite right.
The other thing I had a little note earlier was you can have a moving banner, something going, hi Chris, going across the bottom of the screen, but I've no idea how to get it. But it did give me a note saying I could do it if I wanted, if I could work it out.
Oh, here we go, banners.
Oh, we found it.
It's on the right-hand side.
Oh.
This is an example of a banner. Click on banner to show it on screen. Okay. Create banner. Scroll across the bottom. Oh, yeah, so you create a banner.
Trouble is, I just want to write rude things on it.
Yeah.
Like immediately I'm like, oh no, you couldn't write that.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's tame, that is.
Well, okay. I think of something rude.
I'm just doing my packaging, so I'll just come on while I'm finishing this up. Yeah.
Take that. Bum cock piddle. Right, okay.
You know, at the meetup, we were trying to get Sue to say something that begins with P.
Oh, no,
yeah. She won't say the word.
Just get it to say peanuts.
Yeah. She'll say anything else. Oh, I know what I was going to say. When I said belted, because you said, oh, plus belt, I thought you were going to write plus belt.
That's what I was going to do.
Oh, right, okay. Yes, I thought, well, don't write the plus bit. Either put belt or belted because you'll
Okay.
use too many characters.
Yeah, I always end up with like, you know, you never end up with exactly the right number that you want, do you? It's like annoying sometimes.
I do.
You do. Do you like? Do you go? Okay, we'll take out that 4-letter word and put in this 5-letter word. Oh, I'm terrible.
Hey, Kelly.
Oh dear. Right. Next one. I've got this pair of trousers here. I'll come on to it in a minute. I've got a poetry jumper here, which I think poetry is kind of like.
Poetry's quite nice still.
I think I picked it up on Insta. Someone said poetry at some time.
Yeah.
It was just a cotton jumper, but it was
How? Because I noticed you're really going for it on the specifics, aren't you? Like because you're going, oh, I need to do armpit to. I can't stop. But you're properly doing all the specifics, aren't you?
Well, that's on my item description. So on clothing, I'll have kind of like I've got a template for jumpers, and when I bring that, my item description will say pit to pit X, front neck to hem X, back neck to hem X, and so that's what I'm filling in.
Oh, I see.
I don't think they do it in some of them do it in the specifics. I know it always used to have.
Yeah.
It always used to have pit to pit, but I'm not too sure if it has that anymore.
But when people are looking on mobile anyway, I've got things like measurements in there, and they always still message.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was at one point just putting it in the condition box as well, so at least they see it. But
yeah, no, I put it in the main item description. But I had one. I sold a pair of Gap trousers, size 10. But all the measurements, like the inner leg and the waist to the hem and the waist measurements, were all in there, and it got returned as an INAD because they said this isn't a size 10.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, I just rang eBay and said, look, it is a size 10 because it's like this says it on the label and there's measurements there. So they told me that they would refund the kind of return postage that I've had to pay, but I don't know whether they've done that yet. You know.
Did you get? If she had feedback yet?
I don't think she gave feedback actually.
Because if she gave good feedback, they'd remove that as well.
No, there wasn't anything negative, but it's just annoying the fact that it was.
Well, you don't want it on your metrics either, do you?
Well, if she'd have read the description, she would have seen what the measurements are. But she'd just gone with it's a size 10. You know, when you put all that detail and someone kind of ignores it, it's like.
Well, it's surprising as well that if you then go to do a return that you don't. I would like double check myself. You know, I better check this listing and make sure I am right in thinking that blah blah blah. I mean, but there's a lot of
clothes.
A lot of stupid.
Yeah, clothes is a real big one for returns, isn't it? It's like a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wondered about the specifics because I know Karen's not having much. Well, a few people aren't doing very well with clothes that used to do very well with clothes, and they haven't been since the item specifics came in.
Yeah, I kind of really went through because I go through I had a real splurge at going through all of my listings, and then I do this thing where I don't have anything older than 3 months. So,
oh God.
Well, it's just like, you know, if I see something that's been, I suppose it's doable with 500 items if it was more than but every month. So in January, I will be saying, okay, what stuff have I got on my shop that was listed in, let me think about this.
3 months ago.
Yeah, September. So it's got to be, yeah, there's a certain sort of cut off, but it would be like, okay, if there's anything still there listed from September, end them all, and then I'll review them all. So it's like a 4 days work really, but it just freshens things up. So
yeah, I am surprised sometimes something just that has been on there forever and I've forgotten about. You know, I love a flurry of things like that sell, and
yeah,
you just so we're working in the dark really, aren't we?
Well, exactly. I mean, sometimes eBay shine a light on you, and other times they don't. And
well, that's what it feels like. But
it's totally like that.
You what?
It is totally like that. But I think as long as you can just kind of keep working in the in the best way, despite all of that. And then when the light does shine back on you, you'll be in a position to sort of do well. But I don't know, it's frustrating. Like I say, like the last couple of days, or the day before yesterday and the day before that, I was like, oh, here we go. You know, it's all dropping off horribly. Because I'd just been sort of under 3,000 turnover for the month, and I'd stuck around kind of around that for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then it had just sort of gone because I'd had £100 days dropping off, and I was only doing £20, so it'd gone down to about 2,600, and I could.
Is that your 30 day? Is that your 30 day or your 60 day?
30 day.
30 day.
31 day. The one, you know, my 60 is about 5,000 something, but you can just see like your current sales are dropping off, and you've got all this stuff at the start of the graph. It's like, oh god, that's about to go. But, you know, you just got to, nothing you can do about it apart from keep going, really. So
what's your profit though, Peter?
Now, you asked me this in Hitchin.
You haven't worked it out yet. That's what counts, isn't it?
I don't do it. You know, I don't do it.
You don't do it for the money.
No, I don't do it for the money. Well, I don't do it every month because I know, you know, there are some months where I'm sourcing loads. So, I mean, I'll work out my profit when I do my accounts, you know, for the month, and my accounts are probably up to about, I don't know, they're probably finished up to about August.
Wow.
So I've got to do.
You know how you've done in Q4 then?
No, but you know, I'm not too worried because I haven't got to give the tax return on that for over a year. So, you know, as long as I like to know where I am. No, I don't track it like that. I mean, I know I'm not sourcing a lot at the moment. So in terms of what I'm spending this month against what I'm taking in, because that's how, you know, this jumper, I don't think about how much this cost me because I would have bought this 2 years ago. So, you know, I don't think, oh yeah, I've made X on that. I just kind of think, how much am I spending this month and how much am I taking in? So at this time of year, you know, since September, I've not been spending a lot and it's all been money coming in. Whereas in January, I'll be going around and get lots of RA and there'll be huge amounts going out. Car boot fairs, you know, that's when I'm sourcing, there's a lot more spend, but you know, I'll tell you what, I will get my profit figures together and let you know.
I think you've justified it to yourself, but no one else.
I only worry about it when I've got to do it for tax. You know, I generally focus on turnover because, you know,
You're very relaxed.
Yeah, well, I kind of think if my turnover is at about 3,000, that probably equates to about 1,800 profit. That's ballpark figure.
I guess if you know you're not paying up for stuff, because I went through a really big period of sniping a lot of stuff and I was paying up. And then I suddenly realized, I'm spending out too much. And I wasn't keeping up with sales. Like I was spending, so then when I've always kept an eye on it, but it was a bit rubbish. So, but then I use QuickBooks, so it's really, really easy.
No, I don't.
I don't
profit that much. Which is the best one to do? That one? Well,
I think
that's the one.
You need. Oh, there you go. I was going to say, I think me big on there, and then you two there.
My main reason for coming on here is to do this. So.
Oh no!
Hey, how are you? I'm a little pickle.
Oh, God. That's not as rude as what happened on your stream. So.
No, it's not at all. But yeah.
So Z, we're talking profit. What's your profit, Z?
My profit on the RC stuff is everything apart from V. Generally, I actually been. Well, I did a little. I was doing my sales.
Oh God!
What?
You work it out as well.
Well, no, I don't. I did it for that stream, didn't I?
But generally, you would know of a month if how well you've done, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, on my RC store, it's kind of easy because I've just got to work out fees and postage. Otherwise, it's all profit. So I'm only losing around 25% if you include everything and then obviously tax on that. So, but on the general store stuff, I'm kind of like Pete, I suppose. I've not worked it out massively, but I did a video just yesterday where I did work out my percentages, and I've got to say, I'm kind of thinking of doing it more regularly because of the whole promoted listings thing. Because sometimes it's just nice to have
Know
an
where you
idea.
are.
Yeah.
Well, because
That's the other
it's creeping up. It's creeping up. Like when I did that, when I looked
It takes out a lot, doesn't it?
well,
If
since,
you're paying up.
well, I mean, I did that. Like I did this little sales profit spreadsheet on some of the items that I'd sold and bought, and like out of like what did I do? Let me just do the quick addition thing here. So I spent like on a £61 like rough spend of stock, I sold that into like £700 turnover, £160 worth of delivery. So delivery was I charged people £163 delivery, £710 of sales, and that's from £61 of items. After fees, like after shipping, after PayPal, eBay promotions, I ended up with just under 600 quid. So
Yeah.
you know,
It's
I
good
have,
though.
yeah. So I worked that out, but I don't do that like often. I only did that for
No,
that video.
it's weird. When I first started, I did I was doing kind of a spreadsheet with item cost, fees,
yeah,
what it sold at, profit for each item,
That's the
and
thing.
then I
Same here.
thought,
Yeah.
this is like too much. And
Yeah,
then,
you don't need that
No.
detail.
no, but I should do my accounts. You're right. You know, I should.
Were you keeping an eye on what's in PayPal then?
Well,
Have you got your eye on that?
For me, I
Either of
keep,
you?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I tend to draw down from PayPal kind of like once a week.
yeah. Like, my issue is, I think if you do your taxes monthly, you'll know your profit monthly, won't you? So
Yeah.
my issue is I leave my tax until before the 31st of January, and then
Well, that's the same with me. So
yeah, but I
like,
think that's a bad habit, and then that's because then I'm
But yeah,
like
I don't
that.
think it's.
Yeah, it's a bad habit because A, you don't know how much tax you're going to owe until the last moment, which causes its own issues if you've got to come up with some cash. B, you don't know month on month what you're doing. You know, month on month. If you're doing your taxes month on month, you're going to know month on month what profit you're making. So kind of it's just a good thing to do. And any company I've ever worked for where there's expenses involved, you had to do them monthly, didn't you? And
month cut-offs and all
there's
of
a
that.
reason for that. Yeah, monthly mileage,
Yeah.
monthly. Yeah, and I never did it then either. My managers had to do it for me because I'd never do it.
Well, this is the thing, because Peter, do you remember? Was it Sylvia on Insta or Sophie? One of them was saying you really need to. Am I reverberating?
No.
I am, aren't I?
Just a little bit. It's not too bad.
I hope it's not too bad.
You really need to
Oh my god.
like know your figures.
See, what is that?
Oh,
Jeez.
that.
This is apparently what I'd look like as a lady. Anyway, I just come on to mess around, guys. So.
How did you do that in there?
I thought we had some hot baby in there. Oh my god.
It's very pretty.
Thank you.
I might convince you to have the operations if you look like that. You know,
How about
Oh
this?
that's pretty
How I-
cool.
Wow.
That's like some Fortnite skin.
They said Warcraft thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Might just do the rest
Nothing
of the
do
chat.
that.
You download an app called Snap Camera for your PC
Oh.
or your Mac, and it basically gives you all the Snapchat filters.
It's
And-
shaved a few pounds off of you as well.
Yeah. It's that
Quite thin.
black clothes, isn't it?
Yeah, quite.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I can't talk about accounts.
I keep looking at it.
Sorry.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's so.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
Eric.
meant to be packaging, and I'm
Yeah, I'm meant to be working
doing
as well.
it. all that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, this is just terrible. I'll go off and listen in the chat then because I'm meant to be shipping and
Yeah, you're fine. I'm shipping as well.
yeah, is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Pete was quite strict with his rules. He's a bit.
No, I'm okay.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Pete's
Right,
more relaxed than you are.
Yeah. That's saying something if it's true.
I mean, I've been on here half an hour and like.
Oh, this was my favorite. I was on stream earlier and I ate a donut.
Oh,
It-
God.
I ate a ring donut whilst being a donut. I thought that was really funny. Just 'cause
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
we had some Krispy Kremes yesterday that were shaped like
the parcels,
presents. They
the
have little,
Christmas. You've had the Christmas ones. Oh, I'm really
yeah, like they're like bricks.
I
They were
really-
so heavy.
I really want one of those.
Yeah.
I saw the different flavors they're doing, and I'm keen on
Yeah.
having those. Definitely.
They are. They're good.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking into those.
So what happens if you have two people on camera? Are they both two donuts?
It depends on the filter. Some filters will allow that, and some won't.
Nice.
There you go.
A classic there.
There you go. Yeah, I thought it's just.
That's actually Z when he's older.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it could be a potato. Potato under the ground. I like
That's
that one.
actually one of the best ones.
Yeah, I think this is good.
It's a really happy potato.
It looks a bit
Well,
like me
this
now.
is quite cool. I can be a bacon strip on the front.
Oh yeah, Like, yeah. I've
How's
always
that one?
wanted to be a piece of bacon.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd be a piece of bacon.
oh,
on the
looks like
front.
Mr. Pepperami.
Oh, it could be a cookie. Yeah.
I like that one as well. Oh, that looks a bit Papa Lazarou, doesn't it? The cookie.
Did it? Well, anyway,
Oh,
I'm gonna do
scary.
some work now. I'm an adult.
Oh Jesus,
I'm
what's it
so
called? That thing? I'll go and get it.
It's 6:30 a.m. I'm supposed to be listing. Wow, Eric, you should be asleep.
Right.
I was up at 6:30 a.m. Oh,
Yeah, but he's over in the States, so like he's been up all night, I think.
that's it. Oh. Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just shipping the CD. Oh, I'm gonna do that horrible tape thing. Let me just mute my cat.
Oh, so actually, you've been selling your own stuff. Recycle packaging, that's a good idea. Yeah. You can easily pick up loads of packaging. The only thing I tend to buy is bubble wrap, to be honest, and I'm sure you can pick that up from someone. But boxes and stuff, garden centres, I tend to get a lot of boxes from.
Oh, I saw Crispy said that Catherine bought some bits from the jumble and went from Saturday and listed them, and a couple sold already.
Oh, that's all right, isn't it?
Which is amazing. Yeah, is Catherine getting into the reselling then? Because she was. Connect. The kids have nicked my sellotape.
You need it under lock and key.
Oh, they just. Yeah, it's tool of the trade, that, isn't it? To go and find it.
Need it on a little chain, like those
Yeah.
pegs in.
Oh, for it. Oh, it wasn't far. Actually, we ran out of sellotape, and the kids put masking tape in it, which I don't know if it's any better than sellotape for the environment. It feels more papery.
Pete's got to go. See you later, Pete. Thanks for pointing out about that little banner thing. Learn something new every day. I've learned to write bum going across the bottom. That's good. Okay, so a poetry cotton jumper.
That's cool, Chris. What sort of stuff is Catherine going to sell?
It's funny the number of clothes I buy, which I think are going to be good, and I get them home and they're only worth about £10 if I'm lucky. It's
Yeah.
there's a real knack to it.
Yeah, I've started only wanting to pick up, if I can get them cheap, so that you're not like trying to, make back all that money to start with.
If you see them and you're paying a £5 for it, and then they're
Okay.
up and it's like only a tenner. See you later.
Shelley, I don't know if you know, but Ronnie is going to be coming onto my channel for a chat tomorrow or Wednesday.
No way.
Yeah, I thought you'd be happy. Yeah.
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 Oh.
Like Tommy Bernard helped sort it out, and so
What, like a Jim will fix it type thing?
Hopefully not, but
Can't say that these days.
hopefully not like that.
Come here, young man.
But yeah, it's on the 11th at 9 p.m. if you're.
Is this the maintaining a high average selling price?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that.
Wednesday, yeah, I think it is. I'm not sure.
Oh, lovely. 11 a.m. or 11 p.m.?
No, sorry, it's gonna be 9. It's gonna be our time at 9 p.m. I don't know if you can do that.
Oh.
But if not, I can always watch
Oh, he's so lovely.
back. So yeah. Sorry for the shameless plug, but
plugging your.
I had to let Shelley know because I know Shelley's.
Oh yeah.
I'd never do that. I'd never plug my channel on.
You can nip on and say.
Oh, Ronnie's so lovely.
Yeah, he's so good at what he does as well.
Yeah. But did you see his thrifting thing the other day?
Yeah, he's been doing like a day in the life type thing, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he was going to a sale. And did you see those? It was Laura Piana, Brioni. It was just like brand
quality brands. Yeah. He's found more high-end English shoes than I found living in London. Like.
Yeah, it's incredible.
He's found Churches before, John Lobbs, all kinds of things, and like you said, all these other brands as well. And I think he's just like, at the moment, George is another great example. George Ross, of someone that can keep a small inventory with a high average selling price turning over.
Yeah, it's quite.
It's what everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to.
It's quite incredible, yeah.
Yeah, and like I've been wanting to do something like that for years. Since I started, I've always been saying like I'd love to have like a small inventory with a high turnover, and I found that I was more able to do it when I was down south, because I think honestly, the auctions.
Well, I think you're right. It's just knowledge, isn't it?
It's what I feel that if you're willing to spend the money, there's better quality stuff available. But again, you do have to graft for it. You still have to go to auctions. You still have to. I hate saying it's better down south because it just makes it sound like the streets are full of milk and honey or whatever. It's not.
There's never a magic one, because I tend to say. I tend to sort of say a similar thing, like, the charity shops are too expensive here, and they're really
I would say,
goody.
if anything, it's harder work down south because the competition is going to be that much more fierce, because you're densely populated. Very densely populated, and the competition is going to be fierce for the higher end stuff, isn't it?
You do get that feeling.
I think you've got to cover a lot of ground, because you remember when Chaddy Pete was all over Insta, and I was really like, oh yeah, like, you're amazing. I'm gonna do that, and
I did exactly the same, but he travelled.
He covered some ground, didn't he, to get those items?
Well, you have to. I mean, George will travel to all these different areas for charity shops. He's got his local car boots, which are great for him as well. But he's done it. Obviously, Ronnie is again someone.
Yep. Chaddy Pete wasn't even down south, was he?
I think he's Midlands or something.
Midlands,
no, was he Manchester?
No, Midlands.
City, yeah.
Midlands.
Yeah, I'd say city. Like, that's the thing. I think if you're in a city, it can help. But I do think that quality of stuff, the consistency of high quality stuff becoming available, it happens more often. I'd say, like, for example, whenever I'm doing like certain hi-fi searches and stuff, like certain brands and manufacturers, I tend to find them more often down south than up here, like when they're for sale, for especially for the kind of prices that you want to pay. You know, people do have good quality stuff for sale all over the country, but they'll ask different money for it. Whereas I think, you know, down south it can be a bit different in that respect. But apart from, yeah, irrespective of that, what I was saying is George sells stuff, small inventory, high value, and I think Ronnie is another example of that. He never has more than 600 or 700 items, and his average selling price is just like bonkers. I don't even know what his average selling. I think it's like $70.
Yeah, so I think for the way for me to do it, I'm going to have to go like to a Ken type structure where I've got 30 million listings, because I can't.
I think again, sometimes it pays to look at your numbers sometimes, because like, you know, like your feelings can get in the way of what it is. So like when I look at our general store for the year, we've been doing it, like it's not been a year yet. Kind of started it in the beginning of the year, but like March, April time, I think we started to list stuff on it. And if I look at the year's worth of sales, we've still got a decent average selling price. What is it actually? I think it was around 30. Yeah.
You've done well with that second shop.
We've got £31 average selling price, which isn't bad, but you'd want that to be double really, and you know that would be, you know, Craigslist Hunter is another guy obviously, but he's got a shop, but he maintains around an $80 to $100 average selling price.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think like with anything, getting to a £20 to £30 average selling price is really easy, and then the amount of effort required to bring that up becomes exponentially higher. So, you know, and you get the law of diminishing returns. So by the time you're at a £70 or £80 average selling price, you're probably going to have to work.
Yeah, it's definitely, with any figures, it's like that. It's like with turnover figures, I found it really easy to sort of get to a level, but sort of just getting that, like, you kind of think, oh, I'm so close to getting where I want to be, and it's that last bit.
But when you see people like George and when you see people like Ronnie consistently doing it, you kind of take notice.
It is
because
possible.
it is possible. It is, but I think sometimes geography plays a part, because I do feel it can affect what you pick up. I mean, like Joe Penny's has started putting videos up again. And you know, it's like he falls over trainers and jeans on every week, and but like also again, you look at Ronnie, he does shops in like near Cape Cod, which is, you know, quite affluent. A lot of people there go on holiday there, have holiday homes there, and you know, might have something to do with it. I mean, speak to him on Wednesday and we'll see. So.
It'd be interesting. I mean, I've tried all kinds of it. I mean, you know, my area, you know, I've tried my local kind of Croydon, Carshalton, Sutton, and you know, there are a good couple of places, but I've tried going down into Surrey, like Haywards Heath, Burgess Hill, all down there, and I don't know. I think I'm definitely decided for charity shops, I won't drive more than 20 miles, but I should be able to do it within that 20-mile zone, because
I think you've got, with charity shops, you've got to find like honey holes or get in with the management. Otherwise it can be a grind. Other than that, car boots and obviously auctions are going to be the best option.
Chris Crispy knows all about getting in with the manager. He's got little fingers in pies all over the shop.
I'm the mute again because I do some more taping.
No worries.
Yeah, whenever Z, when he mentions he lives near Cape Cod, I'm just thinking about Jaws.
Oh, right.
You know, and there's we've got people coming in that come from, you know, they'll go down the road, they'll go to Cape Cod, they'll go to Rhode Island. That's all I can think of. That's what Cape Cod means to me.
That was on telly the other day, and I think my boys were going, "Is that a horror movie?" And we're going, "Well, it's not very nice." So,
how old are your kids?
The eldest is 11, the twins are 9. So, I think I would have watched it by the time I was 11, but I
did. I certainly did.
Yeah, I did. I remember watching. I remember watching The Fly when it was first on TV.
Oh yeah.
On a little black and white telly that I had, and there's this bit where he has an arm wrestle with someone, and he breaks the person, like he actually kind of breaks the arm there, and I was like, "Ooh, why the hell am I watching this?"
Yeah. It depends on your kid, doesn't it? Because Maud doesn't like scary things at all, but Connie, well, she can watch them. She does love Jaws, but I was doing like the Jaws noise when we were in the sea, when we were on holiday in summer, and she ended up battering me with her snorkel.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help myself. And then she'd stop, and I'd start again. I was like, it's too funny.
Did you put your hand up like this?
I don't know. I couldn't help myself.
My brother, when we were younger, my brother used to do this thing. Like when we shared a room, so I was probably about like 5 or 6, but he used to get a torch and then make a hand shadow on the wall and make it bigger and bigger and do this. Da, 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 da. He used to scare the crap out of me. Typical elder brother thing to do.
My brother's elder brother thing to do was to moon at me, well, amongst other things. But he would honestly, like, he will go quite far to get a laugh and or to amuse himself, I guess. Because at once, I can't remember how old I was, but I'd had my bedroom door shut. I opened my bedroom door and his bum was there. I'm like later, I thought, how long had he been waiting, like, for me to come out of my bedroom to get that, like, joy?
Just 4 hours or something.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
With technology, it's easier. My brother sends farts to me using messenger audio.
Oh.
Well, it's good to keep in contact, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say, but Connie, they've got Secret Santa at school with their buddies, and I don't know how it's worked out, but she's got some kind of orange theme for her Secret Santa. So there's like orange chocolate, there's like orange Lush soap, and some other bits, candle, and then also she asked me for a clean jar because she's also going to give her a fart in a jar. I don't know why.
God.
I don't know why.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know who she takes after either.
I'm surprised you can't buy something like, just not a real one, but like an artificially made. Because you'd be able to get crap in a can. Like like whippy cream, but it was brown, so you could,
Oh.
I'm sure that definitely should be a market for fart in a jar. Just
well, Jar of Farts, that song.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, Jar of Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are and all that?
Oh yeah.
Perhaps I should just get a load of jars and get them on eBay for Christmas. Just because I'm running out of stock.
People have sold, like jarred fresh air and stuff.
Yeah, jarred fresh air. I've seen that.
People have jarred up air from Glastonbury and sold it.
Crazy.
Bonkers.
Go on packaging, but it's taking a while.
Oh no, I've listed I've drafted one thing. I'm definitely going to work out my profit though. I can't have you answer the third time and you not have an answer.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you cope not having, because I use the QuickBooks. Makes it so much easier.
I don't know because I don't know what QuickBooks is. I mean, like I say, I track spend.
Things feed into it. You don't have to keep a spreadsheet or anything. It's everything's fed in. Your PayPal's fed into it. You just have to go through and review what pops up and say yes, it's business or it's whatever.
Okay. How much does it cost a month?
I think it's about It's under a tenner a month,
Yeah.
7, 8, something like that. Yeah, under a tenner.
Yeah, I might think about that.
And then at the end, when you go to do your tax return, you can just pull off this report, and it does it by the sections where you should have everything. You just put the inputs in.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its problems sometimes. Things become. Oh, sorry about. I don't know what. It's because I'm deaf. You see, I've got you on quite loud. But it certainly helps me.
I do love a spreadsheet though. That's kind of what I used to do in real work, was databases and spreadsheets. So I'm a bit analytical like that.
Thing is, I like a simple life. So
Yeah. No, I definitely should do accounts on a more regular basis. Like when the month is finished, I should do it within like a couple of weeks of the month finishing. Really, I know Indy doesn't like that.
I think it helps, like especially since you're wanting to grow. If I wasn't using something that could show me, then I wouldn't have been able to look back and see what per month was I paying on stock, and you can analyze it a little bit.
Yeah. I suppose I kind of think that what I'm paying for stock is generally hasn't changed that much, so that's why I'm happy looking at turnover. But I think it would be a good thing to do, just as a better routine, so it doesn't get to kind of this time of year and I'm thinking about tax return, and because all I've done really, I've done pretty much all my accounts for 18-19, and I know my accounts from April this year. It would only have kind of what I've bought on them, so I'd still have to like download loads of eBay stuff and Amazon stuff to put into that. So yeah, I should do it really.
Right. Just by the by, I'm sending something to Cockhall Lane. Cockhall Lane.
Cockhall Lane.
Just share that for anyone who's interested.
I had to send something to a John Lennon once, and he did live in Liverpool, which was a bit weird.
Probably loads of people called that in Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's that one slip. Hey Phoebe, must send more stuff to Habu so I don't have to spend hours packing. Yeah, Darren's a massive fan of Habu, isn't he? So I thought he would have.
He was saying about how he really liked that.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of it.
Someone was saying they've been overcharged on Habu though.
Yeah. There was some bit on Insta, wasn't there, yesterday about people having a few problems.
I don't know.
I think you're always going to have people that have issues and then will be vocal
Yeah.
about it. It's only natural, isn't it? If you've had a bad experience, you want to share it. Make sure no one else has the same experience. But I think there's enough people that are having good experiences on it to kind of make me feel confident about it. Personally, I don't know. I just like, at the moment, I don't know, because I can't get my head around it, like just on a very basic level of just handing stuff over. Like I've just shipped a CD player and I'll charge someone 30 quid shipping for it. They're happy to pay because it's in France, and I've just paid the shipping and it was like 14 quid, so I've like made some nice profit on that as well.
Yeah, exactly. You do.
I don't know. It's not even just that. It's just like I worry that someone at Habu wouldn't. I'd end up doing all this before sending it to them. Like a
Yeah.
CD player is a delicate item.
Yeah.
You know, how are they going to ship it? And you know,
Not
I
as
can
well as you, I
understand-
don't think.
Well, I mean, I can understand if I was buying in brand new CD players which came with their correct polystyrene, you know, like polystyrene bits, so they fit snugly in the box and are designed to be shipped. You know, like say if I bought
Yeah.
a case of 10 CD players and then sent them to Habu, I can understand that because it was designed for that. My worry would be like, say, something like this, which is a used CD player. Even to send it to Habu, I'd end up having to wrap it safely so that the transport is safe. And then I'm just like, well, then the only benefit then really becomes when it sells, they're gonna store it until it sells, and then they'll ship it off themselves. And you know, storage right now isn't an issue, but if storage became a big issue, then I would consider it. And I think you just have to choose what you send up as well. So
Yeah.
you know, you can just avoid any awkward items like that and just send up clothes, for example.
Yeah, I think if you've got a lot of clothes, and it does depend on how much room you have at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, clothes can very quickly take up room, though,
Yeah,
can't they, Peter?
definitely,
Like, I don't
definitely.
know, like I've got a good few tubs of clothes,
Yeah.
but they're not, you know, they're not currently bothering. So, you know,
I wouldn't. Bex would disagree with you though, wouldn't she, Z? Because
yeah, I
She-
think Beck was talking to Darren at the meetup about Habu. I think Darren was talking to her about it, and she was like pretty. Yeah, she liked the idea of getting rid.
she was quite keen, and you were in the background saying, "Well, you know, because we haven't got a problem. Like,
Yeah.
there's no problem."
Well, it's
So,
yeah.
I mean, it
think
doesn't look very clear behind you, Z. I mean, I don't think there's any sort of problems.
I think no, she doesn't mind this. I think what
Yeah.
the issues, and I've done a really good job because I spent a lot of the weekend condensing.
It's when it's on the bed and you
Well,
can't
when
get
it
in the bed.
spreads into out of this room is
Yeah,
when
yeah.
she has a bit of an
Yeah.
issue because it's more of an eyesore thing. But I
Yeah.
spent the weekend tidying up and like condensing stuff down, and I've done a pretty damn good job actually. It's pretty much all gone. So she's calmed down about that a bit, but it's more of the eyesore thing because it does spread, doesn't it? You get tat
It
creep.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and when it comes in as well, like before I've listed it and it can go somewhere, like I can't.
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
have it around me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
I'm a real one for sort of going in the garage thinking I've got to get some stuff to list, and it's like going around supermarkets.
One thing I do like about it though is Darren mentioned it gets you into a really good mindset in terms of shifting stock because it's not there with you and you're conscious of long-term storage fees and stuff. You're that much more open to offers and stuff to keep things turning over because you're just boxing and sending, and that appealed to me because it just means that you're going to be a bit more liquid because you're going to be that much more open. Whereas when you've got something in front of you, how often have you been sent an offer and you just look up and think, nah, that's worth more than that, and then you
and then it's there
counter
for
and
another
never,
6
yeah.
months.
Whereas if it's not with you and it's like sat in and you're just imagining it sat on some dusty shelf at Habu, you just think, well, it's better
There's
that
more
I get a
desperation
few,
to get rid of it.
yeah, better that I get a few quid in my pocket now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that's one way of getting into that mindset. But Lex is really good at accepting offers. And it was when things were really bad earlier this year. It was when I was talking to Lex, and she was saying accept offers.
Yeah.
And then I realised I'd be sort of sometimes I'd lose sales because I just wanted a few extra pounds out of it, and then I'd regret it.
Yeah, totally.
Um,
I'm more like that. Having watched your videos, see, where you're sort of taking.
I'm a lot more aggressive now.
Third
Yeah.
less, even more than that sometimes, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of. I'm looking at the offers I get, and I kind of think, oh no, it's got to be within 20% of the asking price. But
But you've
if
got to
it's been
think in the
sitting around-
mindset of that buyer. That buyer's making probably the best offer they're going to make you, and that is
Yeah.
why most of the time when you counter, you never hear again, do you?
yeah, exactly.
It's very
Yeah.
rare that someone. I think it might be
Probably
maybe
less
it's like a
than half
UK.
that
yeah,
you get a kind of
Very rare that I feel that you get that
Yeah.
tennis match that we all hope for. You know, I think
because
most
I
of-
always think, oh, they're offering me that, expecting
so they
me
must
to
really
go
want
back
it.
with that,
Yeah,
then,
and
you
the
know,
truth is they don't really want your item.
No.
They just want it at that moment for that price that they've sent
Yeah.
you. And if you take it, they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll have it, and then that's it. And
Yeah.
I've got Faye and Simon in the chat. Thanks for dropping in. They've done an Amazon video. They're new on YouTube as well, so definitely go out and check their channel.
oh, hi Faye and Simon.
I don't know if
Me
it's
to
Faye
go
or
and
if it's
check.
Simon
I don't know.
or both. Who knows?
Oh, I'm not subbed, so I'll sub.
So I sold a radio controlled car yesterday. It's
How
a
dare you?
Nico Bobcat. Have you heard
Oh,
of
okay,
it?
that's all right. That's all right. You can tell Nick
And
that.
it has a battery with it. I'm assuming it's okay to send, or it might not be, but it's got to go via Hermes via GSP.
I think you'll be okay. There's certain couriers I would not use.
Wow.
Never use DPD.
Yeah,
Hermes,
okay.
you'll be okay.
Well,
If you-
I'm going to describe it as toy
Yeah.
car.
You'll be fine because it's inside the car or whatever.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
it's
I'm
in
going
the
to put
back-
it inside a poly.
you'll
like
be
a
fine.
bubble
You'll be
mailer
fine.
inside the package.
But honestly, if you're going to send anything with batteries, don't use DPD, don't use UPS because
Right.
they will sometimes X-ray or whatever your packages. And I've had it where I've sent something and they've sent.
I remember you got one and it got sent back because it had a battery in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
you lose the shipping.
Lose
'cause-
everything, yeah.
Yeah, because you've technically been naughty.
I'm just going to grab my phone.
Yeah, no worries. I've just accepted an offer. Speaking of offers. I think one thing I'm learning though is I've got to be so extra organized being at home. Like if you can be, I need to be so like the amount of space I created over the weekend was a bit eye-opening. You just have to be that much more organized. I'm going to be like mega organized going forward. 'Cause even this room I could probably make a lot better, but you know.
There's a bit of a toss-up though, isn't it? When you're trying, when you're trying to organise, I can get lost in organising,
It's
and
a
then I'm like,
catch-22 because then you feel like you're not working. Yeah, but the key is, but this is the kicker though. When you're not organised, you're working crap. You really are. Like I feel like I'm better off spending more time organising and making sure I've got a clear work area, because then in a short space of time I'll probably achieve more in terms of photos and listings than I will in a longer space of time working in a manky environment. Because even when you're doing something like clothes or electronics, whatever it is, you need space to test an item, you need space to measure an item, you need space to photograph it, you need space to ship it and wrap it, and you just need space. I think sometimes we like to fill space with as much stuff as we can, but you have to recognize that some space has to be empty for you to
agree.
move from point A to B even, like.
Some of this stuff I got is really. Look at this pair of navy trousers, just East label. It's just like, why and on earth did I buy these?
Oh, are they cobalt blue though?
Are they cobalt blue?
If they're cobalt blue, then that colours him.
Well, it doesn't really say. They're kind of blue. They're navy blue, I thought so. So they're just kind of like office trousers,
They look bright from here, but
No, it's probably just.
are they dark?
They're dark. I've got a few things like this. I'm going to list it for about £6 or £7, but I can see me just giving it a few months and then just getting rid of it. probably stream up until about 12:30, and then I'll go and have some.
I'm on my last 2 bits to package, so then I'll go parcel shop. Ashley's offering to be a mini Haboo and store our tap.
I love this. You know when you get an unpaid item case, then you relist the item and sell it for more than you accepted last time.
Yeah, I like that. I do that with returns.
Well,
I put the price up like that, £4.
You know, I had this up at 35, something like that, and someone offered me 20, and I accepted it, and then they didn't pay. Got it back. Well, finally waited the 6 days of wasted time. Relisted it again for 35. Someone's offered 30 and paid. So
that's a George Ross type jacket. That is.
It's nice, isn't it?
That's suit him.
It's
a Levi's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Sharp aligning one. My clothes are in such a freaking mess.
I'm going to go in a minute. Do you two set goals ever?
Only live items, which I try and do, but and turnover. So
oh yeah, that's true. But you don't think about next month I want to achieve or next year or.
No, I tend to be more focused on just doing things consistently on a daily basis. So, that my at least 5 kind of thing. But I'd like to get to 1,000 listings in the next year, and I'd like to have an average of over 3,000 turnover every month on a 12-month basis. Because I always look at my rolling 12-month turnover. So
you've got stuff in the back of your mind then that you're heading for, but
yeah,
probably less stressful.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting less stressed about the ups and downs of turnover because I know that in a month my turnover will be lower than it is now. Whereas I think the last 2 years I've kind of thought I've gone through October, November thinking I'm getting there, I'm actually getting it, only to then be absolutely kind of not devastated, but like, oh my God, it's gone down to under 1,500 and what's going on, and nothing seems to be working. But now when you expect that, I think you're in a better position to just keep going and keep doing the right stuff. But it's still hard,
Yeah, Q4's really sorted me out this year. Right, I'm going to go because I'm parcelled, so I'm going to go drop off.
Okay, I might actually end the stream there. It's 15:15, so
nice to come on.
Yeah, I might actually go and get a bit more work done now. But I've
started. Slow everything down.
No, I know. But thanks for coming on. It's been great. Thanks for
everyone. See you later. Have a good day.
And, everyone have a brilliant day. Take care, and I'll see you soon. See you later, Z.